Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Argustic and welcome back to your 11th C tutorial. So today what we're going to be going over is if statements and else statements. And they're really kind of one and the same thing, but whatever. It's kind of the cooler part of computer science. If statements allow us to ask questions in our programs, and it also allows us to make decisions based on the data we have at that moment in time. And a lot of people say conditional statements and if statements are basically what set apart a computer program from, an average modern day calculator, because that's basically what we've been doing, is just taking in data and spitting out data. So now we're actually going to be able to make decisions based off of the data that we have. So I'm going to give you guys a scenario. Let's say we have a friend named Billy, and Billy wants to know, can he go to the bar with us? So let's declare an integer for Billy's age, right? Because that's really all we need to know. And so our program is going to tell Billy whether or not he can or can't go to the bar with us. And if he can't go to the bar with us, then we're going to say, well, come back in X amount of years when you're 21. So first, let's prompt Billy for his age. How old are you? There we go. And let's scan in his age. %D. There we go. And so at this point, if everything goes right and there's no errors or anything, at this point we have Billy's age. So now what do we need to do? We need to use our if statement to check to see if Billy's age is 21 or greater, or is it below, or what. So we're going to do if. Oh, also notice I have the correct syntax up here for you guys. We're going to do if age is greater than or equal to 21. This greater than or equal to is one of our logical operators. I'll get to all of these guys in a later video because there's quite a few of them. But for now, you just need to know that's greater than or equal to. If age is greater than or equal to 21, then we're going to do printf. Yes, you may go to the bar. \n. Alright. So if you guys notice, the only difference between this condition, this if statement, and this if statement is that this one has curly brackets here. But since I only have one command here, or one statement, since this printf is the only thing that I have, I don't need to use the brackets around my if statement. Now if I had two things like I'm gonna have in a minute, then we would need these curly brackets. But let's just go ahead and run this and see what happens. How old are you? Let's say Billy is 22. Yes, you may go to the bar. No brainer. Now let's say Billy is 17. He's not quite old enough to drink. Nothing really happens. We need to give him some more information saying, no, you can't go, and come back in X amount of years. So let's do that. And so to do that, we're going to need our else statement. And our else statement, notice I'm going to use the curly brackets. Our else statement has to come after our if statement. You can't have an else without an if. It just doesn't work that way at all. So I'm going to print f here. No, you cannot go to the bar. This needs to be in quotes. No, you cannot go to the bar. And let's say I want a second printf here. This is why I would need the curly brackets, because I have more than one thing. Come back in blank years. And how will we find out how many years he would need to come back in? We would just do 21 minus the age that he gave us, and that will get us the integer that we're looking for. Don't forget the \n. So let's run this. Let's see, Billy is 16. No, you cannot go to the bar. Come back in 5 years. That looks about accurate to me. So I'll explain to you guys exactly what's going on. We declared an integer for age, we scanned it in, and then here within our if statement we have a condition. We're looking at age and we're comparing it to the value 21. And so basically this if statement is saying, is age greater than or equal to 21? If this turns out to be true, then we're going to do this part that comes right after the if statement. And if it's false, we're going to skip this part altogether. But if there's an else here, then we're going to go directly to the else. And oops, let's close this. So that's basically, just to make it structured better, I'll put the curly brackets here so we can see what is what. So if this is true, then this happens. If it's not true, then else happens. And just because you have an if statement doesn't mean you need an else statement. So for instance, if this is false, then this whole part gets skipped over and we'll just go on to whatever the next thing in the program is. You don't always need an else if you have an if, but if you do have an else, you definitely need an if statement. So this is probably going to wrap up this video. Stay tuned for next time. We're going to go into more detail about if statements, else statements, and some more of what you can do with them. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks.